So if you're looking over this way, you're looking over...
Fourth day. We woke up earlier and boarded a couple coaches to see Harlem, the legendary jazz neighborhood. After that, we walked to the Hard Rock Cafe and had dinner. Good music, good burgers if they weren't chicken. Lastly, we took the subway up to the Lincoln Center to see the New York Philharmonic live. Video wasn't allowed. I warned you. Fifth day. We started by heading down to Broadway because we were planning on seeing the Phantom of the Opera instead of the jazz concert that was planned for us.
So we're gonna go see Phantom of the Opera, but there's only 4 tickets under $90 and none of us are willing to pay $90. So 3 of us and a chaperone are going to Phantom of the Opera, not including me. And so we're about to just go walk around and try and find other shows. Okay, so there's 5 tickets for Phantom of the Opera, 4 people and 1 chaperone. Half of us are not in that group, including me, so we decided to go to Hello Dolly. And now we're really confused about how we're going to fix all of this and do stuff because a bunch of us aren't here and it's making this really confusing.
The whole group met to see The Lion King as a Broadway musical. It was probably my favorite show of the trip. The set design was outstanding. Of course I can't show you because videography wasn't allowed.
We've had 2 poop attacks in this one park.
We spent the rest of the afternoon walking around and looking at things until it was time to go see Hello Dolly. It was such a laugh. I had paid $39 for something I thought was totally worth at least twice that. I loved it. Sixth day. This was our last day in New York. We started early and took the subway up to the Lincoln Center for a guided tour. This was where I was most surprised that they wouldn't let me take video. As soon as we were inside any of the buildings on the tour, the guide would tell me to turn my camera off. Well, have fun watching all the subway clips, I guess. After the tour, a bunch of us went and slept in Central Park for a couple of hours before going art shopping down the main path and finding this guy. We spent enough time talking to him that we had to go straight from Central Park back to the hotel to catch our buses, but we took a little detour to Grand Central because it's just something you've got to see. I read for 5 minutes on the bus. That was a mistake. I haven't felt that car sick in a long time.
Made it to the airport. We're an hour late, but that's okay. We still have 2 hours until our flight boards.
At the airport, I checked my bag and walked, under the direction of the security guards, straight into the nearly non-existent pre-check line. I was a little confused since I hadn't pre-checked a bag, but I was in a line 5 people long and I wasn't about to ask questions. I got to the pre-security ID check and the guy said, "Are you Shayla?" I said, "What are you talking about?" And he showed me my boarding pass and it wasn't mine. The airline had given me the wrong boarding pass when I checked my bag. I was sent out of the pre-check line and straight into the back of the economy line. I switched boarding passes with Shayla since she fortunately got mine and no one else had the wrong one, and waited. And waited. Security was the slowest I've ever seen it. It was so slow that we probably waited in that line for 2 full hours, and we almost missed our flight because of it. The plane was halfway done boarding when the last of us, including me, arrived. 7th day. We landed in Vancouver just after midnight and hopped on our buses and left. We stopped at a Tim Hortons at about 3 in the morning and ordered from a very confused-looking employee. I fell asleep as soon as the buses started moving again. The sunrise woke me up, super early of course, so I got some video before we arrived back at school and officially ended the trip.